What is up, Aquarius? How are you guys doing? Let's throw a few more messages on the table for you guys for September. I just want to see if I can hit on some details, situations, or scenarios that didn't make it into the other September readings. So you know what to do if you want a personal reading. If you just check the description of this video, you will find the link that'll take you straight to that page on my website. And don't forget, all September long, I'm running my 6-year anniversary reading sale, where the full personal readings are half price until October 1st. All right, let's jump into this. I want to start this off with the person you're dealing with and situation troubling you the most. Let's see if there are any other details. Anything else we can tell Aquarius? Keep in mind, in this video, I'm not checking to see if anything has changed. We will be doing that for the mid-month messages. I'm just seeing if there's any details that I missed. Let's see. Wheel of Fortune reversed. You know what that means, right? That means you and this person are karmically tied. I don't know if the two of you were karmic soulmates when you first came together, but I can tell you what, whether you were or you weren't, you are now. You and this person are absolutely karmically tied. But boom, 8 of Wands, Page of Wands. Wow. I might have to re-clarify this whole spread right here. This doesn't make any sense at all. So I am seeing communication. Let's go ahead and that's the first one that's yelling at me here. If this is a situation in which there is no communication, I do kind of feel like there will be, but it probably won't be very solid, stable, consistent communication. This kind of looks like maybe, I don't know if you're just randomly running into this person, or maybe, hey, for some of you, they may just show up in your inbox. I don't know. Let me hang on. Before I take this where I think it's going, let me clarify that whole spread. Because I think I know where this is going, but I want to make 100% sure. Let's see. Let me clarify that whole first spread. Queen of Coins. Page of Wands again. So I'm kind of feeling like there'll be, especially if this is somebody that you're not dealing with on a regular daily basis, a very, very brief connection, a very brief reconnection here, or whatever the case may be. But it kind of feels like you're dealing with somebody that is very, very unreliable. Could be for some of you the type of person that just comes in and out of your life when things are going wrong in their life. But this looks like the only thing that I can get out of this is incredibly confusing. You can't tell what in the hell this person really wants. And this is just driving you absolutely insane. It's driving me insane just trying to read the damn thing. Good God. Well, it's not going where I thought it was going, but still, it's not going really anywhere. It doesn't really feel like there's much of a direction or an aim with this situation at all. I'm going to have to see how this person feels about you. I guess YouTube ain't notifying people today, huh? All right. Well, the playback will be up. All right, let's see. What's this person's true feelings, energy, and intentions? Situation troubling you the most. The Empress. Hang on. Nine of Coins. Oh, okay. Yeah. Devil card. So, I'm thinking that there's somebody else in the mix here. Two of Pentacles. So it's like they can't decide who they want to be with. This feels to me, and I hate to get too specific with this, but this feels like a very specific message. This feels like the type of situation that like you'll have a person that really, really, really wants one person, kind of wants another person, and just uses this person as a little fill-in spot for when things are going wrong with this person, you know? I know that's not the exact scenario for every single one of you, but that's the energy involved here, that there's somebody else involved in the mix here, and this person can't decide who they want to be with. But karmic wheel again. So the two of you are absolutely karmically tied. So this person feels a really strong energetic connection with you, but it's hard to say whether or not they feel a real strong emotional connection. It's hard to say. Because like I said, there's somebody else in the mix here that they have really strong feelings for, and I'm not even really getting who that is. Feels to me like somebody they probably have some kind of past history with, but there's definitely another energy in the mix here. Good God, man. Let's just get the advice for this right here. This, I'm going to tell you what right now, you're going to end up in a mental hospital if you keep messing with this person. Before 2024 is over, this is going to drive you nuts. They're going to send you straight to the psych ward. Driving me nuts just reading that shit. What's the advice for this situation? What is the advice? Seven of Pentacles. Oh, you know what? So I've had to give a rendition of this advice to like 3 other signs. So let me see if I can figure out a different way to word it. What's a better way to word that? So I'm not just repeating the same thing to everybody. How long will you let a situation string on before you start to get the idea that maybe the universe doesn't want me and this person together? How long should a situation string along? How confusing does a situation need to get before we start thinking, well, if I was really supposed to have this person in my life, I don't think it would be this complicated and confusing. A cycle is repeating itself. Here's the karmic wheel again for the 3rd time in a row. So you having such a strong energetic tie to this particular person in this situation is absolutely blocking the next contract from coming in. You have a whole new soul contract lined up and ready and waiting for you to release and let go of this right here. But that's the thing. How do you release and let go? That's why, if I remember correctly, y'all are the 3rd sign that I've given similar advice to. And I can't just say let go of it, because it's like, well, how the hell do I do that? Right? There isn't really words to explain how to do that. That's the reason what I've been saying to the other signs is something to the effect of, how many times does a cycle have to repeat itself before you understand that this is what's just going to happen every fucking time? How long will you let a situation string on before it seems like the universe is fighting against me? And so that's the only way I can really put it. And I can tell you that being tied to this person is blocking the next person from coming in. Man, you know what? I want to clear the air because that was really, really heavy. I might not be able to do the Pisces video after this, Aquarius. This is probably one of the heaviest Aquarius readings I've done in a while. And I can already tell you, once I get off this video, I'm going to have to go meditate. This shit is heavy. All right. All right, let's see what's coming in next. What's due to come in next for Aquarius? Probably going to be something pretty damn astounding. Because whenever you have something like that, where, okay, so the majority of the time, 95% of the time, there's only one reason why one person could block another person from coming in. And the reason why that happens that way is because the next person coming in is on a different vibrational level. So the person that you're tied to is keeping you locked in the wrong frequency. The primary law is the law of vibration. The secondary law is the law of attraction. Whoever you are energetically tied to, that makes you in one area, aspect, or another a vibrational match to at least that situation with that person. So what that typically means is the next person due to come in is on a completely different vibrational level. Completely different. Completely different. So let's look at the next person coming in. What else can we tell Aquarius? Yeah, see? Knight of Cups. Hang on. Judgment. Ain't gonna be nothing confusing about the next person coming in. I can tell you that right now. I can tell you that right goddamn now. And you might even be thinking that this is too good to be true. Lover's card, Strength card, Queen of Swords reversed. This yells to me, I ain't that stupid. Hold up. Hold up. I ain't that dumb. This is too good to be true. I don't think it is though, for real. You got a pretty, you're getting kind of jaded by the time this next connection comes in. But yeah, what I'm really feeling like is that a lot of you have no more miscellaneous contracts due. You've cleared most of, if not all of your damn karma, and there's nothing left there's nothing left that's due other than your divine life partner. And you always attract your life partner when you least expect it. Always. Always. It's not a coincidence. There is quantum physics and science behind why that happens that way. And I make it a really strong point to try to explain that to my personal clients if it fits. Every now and then I'm dealing with a person or I'm reading for a person who would just get confused by that. So I won't put that in there because I don't want to confuse nobody. But most of the time I'll try to throw that in there, the science behind why that happens that way. So because you're not really expecting this, it might trigger your defenses a little bit in the very, very beginning. But yeah, yo person due to come in. Let's look a little bit at this person's energy. Let's see what we can tell you about maybe some of the things that you'll notice. What's some of the first things Aquarius will notice when their actual person comes in? This person ain't playing no fucking games. This person is so sick of playing games that they're not afraid of being alone. And I know hearing that may sound kind of daunting, but it's really not. When you actually meet somebody like that, and you meet somebody who, they ain't playing no games. Like, I'll be alone. I don't give a fuck. I don't need you. I don't need you at all. So, like, we're either doing this or we're not. I'm not fucking around. As kind of daunting as that sounds to talk about, when you find yourself in the presence of a person like that, it's like a breath of fresh air. Because you know they're not bullshitting you. You know that they're not wasting your time. You know they don't want their time being wasted either. And you can tell, you can feel it almost immediately. It's like, wow, you ain't desperate. You know, desperate, clingy, needy, codependent people are more than likely the type of people that probably will play games, will try to manipulate situations. They'll more likely throw you under the bus when it comes down to them and the little void in their heart that they're trying to fill. But a person that ain't playing no games, you'll feel that immediately. You immediately feel like you've known this person your whole life. Immediately. Even if you do have other love options available, you will not be interested in anything or anyone else. You will almost immediately shut out all other love options, right? And so will they. And that's another thing too. You know that this person has other options available to them, right? But they're not desperate for anyone. They're not afraid of being alone. So it's kind of weird. It's this weird thing that's hard to explain about their energy, and you could just feel it. Like, I know you ain't bullshitting with me. You and this person communicate pretty much better than anybody else you've ever communicated with, Thanks, Christina, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. All right. Well, let's see how it plays out for the first month. How's it playing out for the first month? Hangman. Y'all are taking it slow for the first month. King of Wands again. Page of Swords. You might just communicate for the most part in the very beginning. Yeah. Keeping it mainly at just kind of communication. I wouldn't really say you all are keeping each other at an arm's distance, but you're definitely taking the time to really communicate and get to know each other. For those of you who are still kind of holding on to a potential past person, you're letting go of the past. This will help you let go of anything from the past, unlike anything you ever imagined. As soon as you meet this person, it'll be like, man, fuck them. So the first month's going to be a little bit slow, though. Going to be a little bit slow, and there's nothing wrong with that. So say, for example, and this is just an example. Say, for example, we text all day, and then we FaceTime in the evening, and then we go out and have dinner every Friday night, right? Once a week. Kind of slow, right? But we're going to keep it at that slow pace for at least the first month, possibly into the second month before we start picking things up, and maybe let's start going out 3 nights a week, But the first month is going to be kind of slow. Any advice? Any advice? Okay. Be sure you're letting your guard down. Nothing wrong with having your guard up as long as you develop a system through which you gradually let it down over time. There's time and a place for everything. Nothing wrong with having your guard up. But as you start realizing that this person really is who they say they are, slowly start letting your guard down. Don't be that type of person that waits for them to let their guard down first before you do. Be the change that you want to see. Do the best you can to not let it turn into just a sex-based connection. Work on cultivating a solid friendship. Don't let the emotions pull the wool over your eyes and distract you from actually forming a genuine friendship with this person. Because that's going to be really, really, really important when the honeymoon phase wears off. Most people still to this day believe that the honeymoon phase is love, and it's not. There's nothing wrong with the honeymoon phase. Nothing wrong with it at all. But most people, that's the only feeling that they really know. So they think that that honeymoon phase feeling is love, and it's not. When the honeymoon phase wears off, that's when whether or not true love was ever present between the two of you will be revealed. Right? That's when, like, if we ain't friends, then we ain't even gonna like being around each other. We can't hang out. We can't do nothing, you know? And communication. And, hey, it's looking pretty solid. All right, well. All right, now for the good stuff. Let's see what's going on with your ex. What is happening with your ex? Now remember, if you're not here inquiring about an ex, this is not for you. Let's see, any other details that we can tell Aquarius about the ex? Let's see. Anything happening? Any action, communication, anything? Seven of Cups, they're out there desperately trying to find somebody new. And yeah, with the Seven of Cups, Three of Cups, they're probably not having much success in that little endeavor. They are playing the victim. Man, I'm thinking there's going to end up being communication. I think you're going to hear from this person. Boy, I think you're going to hear from this person. Page of Swords, Knight of Swords. And they're more than likely going to probably try to throw some kind of pity party. More than likely. Gonna be on some boo-hoo, poor pitiful me. You know, just to see if they can get some kind of emotional reaction out of you. They've been driving themselves nuts trying to figure out whether or not you still have feelings for them. And they have seen no evidence to support that little feeling, so they're probably going to come forward and start trying to pick and poke at your emotions to see if they can get some kind of emotional reaction out of you. But you ain't no dum-dum. I think you very strongly suspect that their intentions are no good, so it triggers your defenses immediately. I do think it's a reconciliation attempt, but from the looks of it, it doesn't really look like a reconciliation attempt that's driven by them missing you and wanting to be with you and missing what you all had. It's more than likely a reconciliation attempt that is fueled by their inability to find somebody new. That's what it feels like to me. Could be a Scorpio for some of you. I also have Capricorn here. All right. Well, let's see. Let's see what those true feelings and intentions are. What do they really want with you? Star card reversed. Yeah, see. Seven of Swords. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I don't really feel like they have any other options. Or at least they're really strongly feeling like they're either one of two things. Either they have not been very successful in their little endeavor to replace you, or whoever they thought they was going to replace you with, it didn't work out, it fell through. So, yeah, Seven of Swords. They're not being 100% real, upfront, and honest about why they're coming forward. They may even dress it up to make it look like it's something that it's not, you know? Like they may, for some of you, even kind of dress it up and try to make it look like it's random. Oh, well, I just thought of you the other day. And I was like, holy shit, I haven't thought about Aquarius in months. That's bullshit. Bullshit. But I'm thinking you ain't that dumb. King of Swords. Their little quest to try to get an emotional reaction out of you is probably not going to work out the way they had hoped. Let's see. How's the situation playing out? Tension building. Tension building. It's going to be an awkward conversation, man. It's going to be an awkward-ass conversation. Yeah. It ain't going to take long at all before the past is brought up again. Boop, boop, boobity blue. Yeah, reconciliation attempt I think is going to be made, but you're kind of coming to your senses here about this person. Seven of Swords. I think you're going to catch them in some kind of lie. I think you're catching them in some kind of lie. And what it's not telling me is, are you like straight up shutting this person down? Or are you just silently backing away with no explanation? One of the two. Could be a little bit different for depending on every different individual. But you're either, like I said, either just straight up shutting this person down, or you're just kindly backing away very silently because you can tell. You're catching them in a lie. You just strongly feel like something's very off about this person or this situation. And y'all are not going to be in communication for very long. Let's get the advice. What is the advice? What's the advice? Ooh, King of Swords reverse. Try not to be... how am I going to word this? Try not to let any bitterness or anger seep through. Don't let this person know that you feel any type of way about anything, not even anger or bitterness. Don't act angry. Don't act bitter. Don't act annoyed. Don't act like you feel anything, because I'm going to tell you what, if they get the slightest little sniff of an emotional reaction out of you, they're going to grab onto that. They're going to grab onto that and they're going to play with it. And people like this, if you just give them a crumb, they got you. They got you. And at the end of the day, they win. They win. Because a person like that, at the end of the day, they don't care what kind of emotional reaction they get out of you. They don't care if it's positive or negative. All they want to know is that they have some kind of emotional power over you. And then they win. You know what this is telling me, though? This is telling me that a lot of you need to release this situation. Okay, judgment. I would find closure. For a lot of you, this person is what's blocking your actual person from coming in. So I'm thinking that between the Aquarians I read for at the beginning of the video and those of you still hanging on to your ex, I'm thinking that a lot of you are energetically tied to somebody that's blocking you from your life partner from coming in. Whether it's a person you're currently dealing with or a past person, there's somebody blocking that. Now, again, I really don't have the words to explain how to release and let go of something. I really don't. I can't tell you how to do that. But you're going to have to figure out some kind of sort of way to close this shit out. Once you pop out the other side of this situation and you have successfully healed from and released this situation altogether, you're going to be a very different person. Very different. Very different. And that version of you is the only version of you that is a vibrational match to your person. So it's blocking this from coming in. So I would highly advise that you do not attempt to extinguish the flames on the tower, okay? Let the tower burn to the ground. And then once it burns to the ground, clean that shit up. What I'm saying is go through the healing process. Go through the process of letting it burn to the ground, clean that shit up, heal from it, and then the next thing you know, before you know it, easily in the next year at some point, well, depending on how long ago this happened, for some of you, it could happen before 2024 is over. But for those of you who are dealing with a situation that very recently ended, very recently in the last month or so, I could see it happening in 2025. Absolutely. Absolutely. But for those of you dealing with a situation that ended 6, 8 months ago, a year ago, all you have is a little bit more transmutation energy left to do, and this person could come in before 2024 is over. So take that and do with it what you will. All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Aquarius family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget to check the description of the video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And don't forget, all September long, I'm running my 6-year anniversary reading sale, where my full personal readings are half price until October 1st. So, all right, thanks again for tuning in, y'all. I'm out of here. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.